UEM's NAV total return increased by 0.7% in June, which was above the MSCI Emerging Markets Total Return GBP Index, which was marginally up during the month. Given UEM's focus is predominantly on infrastructure and utilities, which are typically more defensive in nature, the fund continues to weather the significant market volatility that we saw in some markets during the month. The Korean index saw rises and falls of 5 to 10% in single trading sessions, although ended the month unchanged. In the US, the S&P 500 index declined by 1.1% during the month, whilst the Nasdaq Composite Index was down by 2.8%. Brent oil was down 20.8% as the Strait of Hormuz reopened to traffic. This was positive for energy importing markets such as the Philippines, Thailand and India. Indonesia's JCI index faced further pressure, driven by ongoing concerns around corporate governance, ownership transparency and market liquidity. The Hong Kong Hang Seng Index performed particularly poorly, down by 9.1% in June, with fragile consumer confidence and regulatory scrutiny impacting Hong Kong's listed internet platforms in particular. In Latin America, Brazil's Bovespa Index declined by 1%, with polls suggesting an increased risk of a less market-friendly outcome in the upcoming presidential election. Colombia's Colcap Index rose by 4.2% on an election result which is seen as favourable for markets. The Colombian peso also strengthened 7.9% against sterling over the month. Markets in EMEA generally benefited from lower oil prices, with Romania the standout performer. This was driven by the formation of a new government which is perceived as reform-orientated. Currencies-wise, sterling was mixed, weakening against the US dollar but strengthening against the euro. There were 3 changes to the constituents of UEM's top 30 holdings during the month. Helios Towers, ESA and Sonavision were replaced by IRB Infrastructure, Telelink Business Services and Nilesat, largely due to price movements. Colombian holdings, Corfi Colombiana and Celsia, were up 20.6% and 9.4% respectively after the favourable election result. International container terminals surged as investors saw the opening of the Strait of Hormuz as positive for global trade volumes, with Piraeus ports also strongly up for similar reasons. Manila Water's share price fell by 11.3% in June as concerns grew over the potential impact of El Niño on its water supply. We also saw some weakness in the price of data centre holdings on AI-related growth expectations, with GDS and Kinks both down in the month. UEM's share price ended the month at 284 pence. That was up 2.2%, with the discount to NAV narrowing to 10.1%. UEM paid a quarterly dividend of 2.42p per share during June, and a special dividend of 2.5p, reflecting an exceptionally high level of dividends received in the year to March 2026, will be paid to shareholders in August, with the next dividend date of July the 16th. UEM continued to buy back shares during the month. For more details, please do read UEM's June fact sheet and the newly published annual report, both of which are available on the website at uemtrust.co.uk.